Hey fellow YouTubers, I'm back with my next update on what I'm up to on GTA, just flying back over Los Santos now from the military complex in the Hydra jet, one of my favourite jets in the whole game. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is get my tank out and compare up what sort of vehicles I like to use the most in this game versus each other eventually. So I'm just going to go ahead and get out a tank once I blow up the jet. So I'm hoping there's quite a few people around. Definitely got a couple of red cars over this way. They could be after me. I probably should be careful. Just gonna parachute down, land safely and gently on the roof here. Got a couple of weapons. Just have a quick look. Make sure there's no online GTA players that really want to mess with me too much. So they've gone away, which is good for me. So basically I'm going to have to get down off this roof just to show you how to call out a tank once you actually own it. It's basically going to be a case of calling up my insurance company.
MMI, we expect the unexpected.
Just to replace my Hydra jet quickly. Now I'll just go down into my mechanic on my phone here, just by holding up on the D-pad.
You're through to your garage. You need me to bring you a ride?
Okay, so from my facility I'll call out the
I'll bring it to you.
Khanjali. Okay, I've got a thermal scope on my explosive round sniper. Very powerful. Huge fan. To quickly get rid of these police, I'm just going to call Lester up.
Hey, which one of my skills is required?
He's my friend that'll allow my wanted level to be removed every now and then.
Leave it with me.
Well, that would have been another way that I could have obviously lost it, but a little bit of a suicide. I actually thought he could make that jump. That's a bit sad. But at least I've actually managed to fall safely on the positive. So, I'm actually back on the ground. I'm the yellow dot on the map. Yellow little triangle down there on the map. It's always good to pay attention to your surroundings, just in case other GTA players are sneaking up on you. It's quite a busy GTA Online lobby, so pretty much not many people do their jobs in these type of lobbies. These ones are usually full of the worst type of people that run around and sticky bomb and destroy you every opportunity they get. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out a tank. Okay. Let's see. I'll go collect a little bit of money over this way. So I've actually spawned in a random event where you can just drive around and pick up money off the street, which is handy. I need every little bit of cash I can get, so I believe the more of these I get, the better chance I get of getting enough to perhaps win. I'm not really aiming to win, I'm just going to go over and collect a couple to show you how the tank performs. So this is it in third person. I've actually painted mine some sort of camouflage. It's pretty nice. It actually comes pretty much standard with a railgun. I'll definitely be demonstrating that in a second. Got a few viewpoints here. Huge fan of cinema view, but I can't really drive in cinema view. It's a little bit relaxing for me, so I better make sure I go the right way. Obviously, on the map at the moment, I'd be appearing as a tank coming at players, so just to show every player how anyone, even I think from level 5 up, even level 1 up, can
How
do
can I be of
this.
service?
I'm just going to go ahead and go off the radar.
I can do it.
Okay, so
Not
that
for
gives me
long,
1 minute in the
though. A minute.
GTA Online lobby here, where other players actually won't even be able to spot me. So I'm just hoping a couple of other players actually could actually be in my area at the moment, so struggling to find any of this actual money. It's kind of made me a little bit angry for the event, especially considering I got my tank out. So I think I'm just going to go and bomb a couple out here. I can actually charge up the railgun on top. Sounds pretty amazing. It's fully fitted, ready to exterminate something. Yeah. The only problem is, I think these players, they seem pretty aware of their surroundings. I think they've been on the move away from me for quite a while. I think going off the radar could have been one way I could actually get closer to them without them realizing, temporarily at least, to demonstrate the power of the tank. So here we are, we've got one over there. Okay, oh, oops, I accidentally blew him up in his own car, and I've been fined for it. Oh well, these things happen, I guess. I'm not too happy about that, obviously. It looks like I've got a little gang on me over here somewhere. They can't have them calling us weak and that sort of thing. So, look, what we're going to have to do is go and continue the nuking. So I guess this particular person here in a cop car definitely deserves to be nuked. I guess simply for being a cop and trying to come and get me. So real players as cops, I'm not liking the whole thing really. I'm not a big fan. Any of them that come at me, I'm just going to go ahead and tank for sure. Now this other player has actually somehow managed to die by themselves. Now the other thing I'm going to demonstrate in this particular video here is how great the actual tank's killing capacity can be, as well as how well it can actually evade the police. So I'm quite certain that most of the police are quite scared to come near me, especially other players. I see one of my crew members around the corner. I think they might be a little bit scared to come near me because I'm in the tank. Some of my other crew members have tanks and that sort of thing as well, so it's always a little bit of fun when we all get our tanks out together and that sort of thing. Now this thing is really overpowered. The police basically seem to not even be able to touch me today. I can actually pick up crew members as well if I want and put them on the machine gun, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. I see my other crew members quite smart and gone ahead and got themselves out their own tank. So let's go and have a look at their tank, because it looks like they're actually helping me by destroying the enemy helicopters. Usually when we play as teams, we never hurt each other, so the more tanks the merrier. We pretty much just line up down here together and cover each other's back. The latest tactic that I really do enjoy using, I have had richer times on this in GTA, so I'm going to actually demonstrate how I make money and that sort of thing in this title later. But for now, I'll just show you guys how we can, again, call Lester to go off the radar.
I'm guessing you don't want a back rub. How can I help?
Usually costs $500. It looks like there's actually a waiting period on that. So I'll show you guys the one way that there is around that. I can actually go in here to hire my friend. In the tank over there, directly into my crew, so that way what can actually happen is I'm going to show you guys what it is to ghost an organization. There's only one problem I'm really noticing with the tank at this point while I'm trying to defend myself and organize all of this, is that it can't actually shoot up above a certain level, so it means that any helicopters near me, well, I can't really do a whole lot about them. Fortunately, they don't seem to be able to actually do very much to me either, and I'm sure my friend feels the same way. So now that I have my friend and my crew member in my organization, I can actually go ahead and ghost my organization, it's called. It's in here under CEO abilities. It's $12,000. It'll take us off the actual map for quite a while. So usually what I do when I go off the map is I have a look around at any potential troublemakers that may be around. Usually they leave when they see the sign of the tank, so it's always quite an easy way to clear out a lobby. I'd actually call it quite a cleared out lobby at the moment. Everyone who was downtown isn't anymore. So now I'm just going to, luckily my friend was actually able to cover me while I actually had a quick look at my map. I see there's clearly no one around us, so that was a little bit of a waste of $12,000, but anyway, at least if someone does fly or come through here, they won't know about us for a few minutes at least, so that's one good thing. It looks like we've got new players joining all the time. So maybe we'll catch one of them unsuspecting in the tank and ruin their little work day. So it's full anarchy out here on the streets of Los Santos today. There's police cars just flying all over the place. It's absolute rampage. The thing is, other players can actually go off the radar as well. So I only ever go into the map when I've got another friend covering me, or else I can be shot by other players that are off the map and not even see them on the map at all. Because that's essentially what being off the radar is, being off the map, just so everyone knows. But yeah, this has been one of my favorite games for quite some time and that sort of thing. Just gonna go over here and see what my friend's doing. Looks like they could have somehow got a little stuck. I'm gonna give him a little push to help him out of there. And if they blow their tank up, I'm quite certain mine's still strong enough at the end of this war to be able to actually still pick them up. So that's one positive. So looking forward to that going ahead. The thing about this tank I realized is not to use it too close to yourself, the actual railgun on top of it. I mean, I'm going to give you guys one more look at this bad boy. Have a look at this. This absolutely annihilates anything in its path. An absolute destroyer, actually. So yeah, quite happy with it. I think I paid around about $4.5 million GTA dollars for this particular model here. As you see up there in the, I think it was maybe discounted because I'd already done the Doomsday highs, but then it was like nearly $1 million to upgrade it, and I'm quite happy with it. There's still a lot of colours and liveries and that sort of thing that I haven't actually put on it yet that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, definitely going to be demonstrating how I'm going to make money to afford being able to war all of the police and all of the other players and that sort of thing to this extent later on. I mean, as you can see, I've got a 5-star. There's some sort of FBI agents. They've got guns, but they're undercover. So I'd best blow them up. They could actually be even real players off the map, I'm not sure. The only thing I've got to be careful of is that I don't accidentally kill my friend over there, because obviously when our tanks go down, we have to jump out with all of these police on us. It can get pretty nasty out there, so best to stay inside for this one and sit it out, really, unless I've got a quick getaway car or something to that effect, because these particular SWAT vans and that sort of thing, they just aren't really messing around, so best to stay away. Out here on the streets of Los Santos, I'm just going to continue the rampage, moving ahead here, annihilating cars, take out a helicopter for my friend if I can get it. There we go.
Boss, it's me. on Dynasty 8. See what you think.
Yeah, so this tank is quite the beast. Really enjoying rolling around. Let's see if we can actually blow this up. It's definitely got fire, the tram. I think it's tram. Some sort of transit train, maybe? It looks more like a train now, maybe. Tram train in the middle of the road. Won't quite die, I don't think. Helicopters seem to maneuver very nicely. Gonna have to get some good rounds into them ones, that's for sure. Some nice railgun rounds for them all day. So I've actually got an enemy. Let's come over to say hello. I see on my radar, I didn't realize, but my friend's under attack. Moving in to give them some sort of assistance, just to make sure everything's cool. Sometimes some of these online players can be quite vicious from rival gangs. So as you see, it's quite simple, avoiding the cops over here on GTA for quite a long time period. Oh, here he is trying to get away. Oh, I just got him. That was a beautiful shot. I only had one shot at that guy. He was nearly getting away. I clipped him down. He was probably off to get some sort of weapon, I'd say. There's a new orbital cannon that's came out in this game where you can rain fury from the sky. And you got to be careful of that, that's for sure. I've actually yet to test one on a tank. I'm not sure if it can actually one-shot a tank. I'd say it could though. So the tank quite deadly on the streets of Los Santos, quite overpowered and deadly. See this car's picture, he's starting to get a bit of a bloody face from how much of a drilling he's copped from trying to mess with my friend. Sometimes other players just don't get the hint if they see you in a tank and come over a little bit close and try and ruin your day or your whole war against the police or whatever. I mean, I think I might be able to survive for nearly half an hour out here and actually maybe even lose this 5-star here with a GTA Online player after us here. Yeah, so I've actually got a gun run. Oh, whoops, my apologies, friend. I've actually got a gun running obstacle here. Blowing that up should reward some sort of cash for me. I think the other player actually needs to be in it to get the cash, so there'll probably be another player on the way over shortly, I'd say. I was actually trying to make it down to the harbour, but it's been a little bit tough with so many GTA players sneaking up on me and that sort of thing. So this one's been quite sneaky now. It's gonna send random missiles up the road. Oh, looks like we're doing pretty good on the crew side of things. We're actually, as a crew, we need to rank up these and destroy these gun running shipments of rivals. So it actually helps us rank up faster. So it looks like this one's gotten himself stuck. And the gun running shipment seems to be spawning behind us. and this particular one is really on the run from ulti up there. Send a little bit of help there, just to let him know those cars can't be messing with us either. Okay, I'm gonna just go around the block here and essentially trap this player, just in case they go the other way. So that way, it's a good tactic, actually trapping other players. They either go one way or the other, in general on these little roads. The only other way that they can really go is that they actually leave. So, as you guys can, guys and girls can all see, we're definitely making them leave to make way for doing my own online businesses in here later, without them, in the peace and quiet of knowing no one can sneak around and tank me, because there are a lot of players out there that probably have nearly saved up the 3.5 million, 4 million or whatever it is, and then the extra million to upgrade these. And let me tell you, they are not messing around. In the way of things, I'm pretty much liking the jets to get to the tank at the moment. My tank's got a little bit of smoke coming out of it, and I see we've got an enemy over here. But just make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to continue the rampage. So really heating up this railgun now. I think I've got an enemy player. They could be a little high up in the sky sometimes. I better just double check. They may have lock-on missiles. They may or may not kill me here. We'll just have a quick look around here and see what challenge GTA has for us in our lobby here. Okay, so I've pretty much driven around the whole side of the map with a 5-star on me. A lot of thick black smoke now. Oh, it's actually another player over here. Excellent. Okay. Oh, gee, that was an expensive car blown up there. That one was worth $20,000. I didn't realize. I thought they were actually in a flying car. It looked like on my screen. That's terrible that they can actually get away and do that. I think. Charge me $20,000 for killing him on that. Take that for charging me. It looks like there's actually 2 of them here. Done pretty nicely to find this little pack of enemy. Sometimes they can spawn underneath us on the bridges. It gets quite tricky sometimes. It's always good to have a good friend with you, someone you can rely on to come and cover you. Okay, so as you can see, the tank is absolute beast. So even with black smoke coming out of it, it can still kill online players just like that. Pretty much one-shots them with the new railgun. It's pretty much approaching absolutely legendary at the moment, and not many players know how to combat the railgun. I actually have a railgun in single player that you'll be able to see demonstrated on some of my other videos. You'll have to have a little look through my library and find the one with Michael using the actual nicely crafted weapon. Okay, so good to see my friends actually continued the assault. I thought I'd almost lost these with the amount of black smoke I've got coming out of me here. The thing about it is just to try and stick with your teammates in this. Because as you see, my tank isn't in the best nick right now. I mean, but just looking at this, it can still one-shot a player just like that. It's starting to flash. I can hear it beeping, that's for sure. Okay, so that's not too cool. I think these other 2 players up here that we're actually warring with at the moment may be aware of how much black smoke I'm blowing up the road at them like a chimney or something at the moment. So they're taking cover. and trying to hide. So it's just a matter of stopping them before they can actually get into their own tanks and get their own weapons out. Okay, so quite often you'll get players that'll come in and try and overrun you and take out your own lobby from you and that sort of thing. So A-grade material, make sure you get out your tank. Okay, so it looks like these two are actually starting to leave. I can see them pressing start on the map there. That flag signals they've hit the start button. Not sure if my friend is actually trying to stop them from leaving or... Yep, they've actually left. Okay, so that's a wrap up on my video today. I'm giving the tank 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to go and tuck this away. I think I can take it in most of my garages. It's actually a personal vehicle almost, so there's definitely one place that I can take it, and that's over into my facility. So I'm just going to go for a little bit of a spin over that way and drop it off there. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, everyone. And I'll put a couple more rockets in for you, just for good measure, just to show you the sheer power behind the tank. Make sure you subscribe and like down below there. Have a good one.